Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Welcome to Trade Genius Live. I am your host, Trend Genius. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody out there. Let's see who we got in the building. Who we got? Mr. Cologne, Double M. Good morning, Trent. Just came back from Antigua. Oh, bro, how you gonna do that to me like that? How you gonna do that to me like that, bro? How you gonna do that to me like that? Just got back from Antigua. Nah, that's what's up, bro. I know you had a great time. I know you did. Antigua is beautiful. Yeah, man. That's super cool. Super, super cool. I hope you had a great time, bro, and you got it in for me. T. Pruitt, good morning. Morbid Drifter, good morning. Sneha, good morning. J. Royal, good morning. Twyla, good morning. D. Young, good morning. Soka the Insider, good morning. Latanya. Latanya, good morning. Double M. He said sorry was sick. Aw, man. Oh, good. Holy crap. Almost gave me a heart attack. Trend with the horn. Hella bands. What's popping? Yo, good morning. Would you say I almost gave you a heart attack? Bro, have you haven't came on like at the very beginning of the stream? I always do that. That's like my signature now. I gotta hit that horn. It's like a wake-up call. Like all of us, like, wake up, let's go, let's do it. Who else we got in here? I'm doing good, Double M. Everything is good, man. Put the foot to a test on yesterday. They had a vegan street fair here. Man, believe it or not, y'all, I put on 2 pair of shoes. Yeah, what? I put on 2 pair of shoes for the first time yesterday. That was amazing. 2 pair of shoes. You should have seen how I was like a little kid. I was like, I got on 2 pair of shoes. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was surreal. At the same time, I kept looking down at my feet like, yeah, there's 2 of them. You got the left one and the right one on. But nah, man, it was cool. Gave the foot a good test. Of course, a little sore in my arch area because, of course, I ain't been walking on it like that. But it was good. I did have a knee scooter too. A friend of mine, I borrowed his knee scooter, and I was off and on a knee scooter. Like I didn't use it the whole time because I wanted to test my foot out. You know, kind of give it some because this is week 5. So next week I start PT. So I wanted to, give it a little work in and see how it did. But everything went fine and everything is going good. Thanks for asking. Happy Monday, Serena. Who else we got? Happy Monday. Latanya said yes. I made sure I wanted to say that right. Traded Asia session a little bit last night. Okay, D Young, that's what's up. I meant the trip was sick. Oh, got you. You know what? I was about to get back to that after I ran through everyone. I was gonna say, bro, don't tell me you went to Antigua and got sick. But nah, that makes sense. Yeah. Antigua was beautiful. I almost went there a few years back. I think it was 2023. Yeah, and what did I end up? Oh, I ended up going to the Bahamas instead. Yeah, I ended up going to the Bahamas instead. But I mean, it's almost kind of like the same, right? But Antigua, I know is like beautiful. I still want to get there. Kaz, Grand Risings, bro. Got a big dub this morning after my birthday this weekend. Oh, that's what's up. Turned a big 5-0. I heard that, bro. I heard that. You know what? It was weird. When I was younger, I had a lot of older friends, right? I don't know. I just used to just gravitate to the older dudes because I just felt like they had like a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge. I guess that's a part of being, how would I say, being a product of grandparents. You get that older wisdom, you know what I'm saying? So I gravitated to older guys. And I had a lot of friends that was in their 50s, bro, and they all would tell me like life don't start till you hit 50. And I really didn't understand what they mean being in my 20s. I was in my late 20s. Yeah, and I didn't really understand what they meant by that. But now that I've gotten older, I kind of got an understanding of what they're meaning because as you get older, you start understanding there's a lot of things that you really don't, things that you might have tripped in your, like when you get to your 30s, like there's things in your 20s that, of course, you didn't, like when you're in your 20s, we don't really know anything. Let's be honest. We think we know everything, right? So you get in your 30s and you realize like, oh, I've learned some more. And then you get to your 40s and you're like, whoa, because you're 20 years from your 20s, right? So you get to your 40s, late 40s, you know what I'm saying, mid to late 40s, you start understanding life a lot more. So now I get it when they say about life don't begin till 50. But man, congrats, bro. That is a big milestone. You know what I'm saying? And 50 to some people might seem old because the number is 50. But honestly, I know a lot of people that are in their 50s and they got it together, meaning like they look good, they're very healthy. So it's like it's something to look forward to, is what I'm trying to say. Some people like, oh, I hit 40s, oh my gosh, this and that. But I think it's all a mental thing. I think it's all like how you perceive life, you know what I'm saying, and how you look at those kinds of things. But at the end of the day, um, that's still a milestone, man. I don't care what nobody says, man. And congrats to you, brother, for real. Uh, Mike, good morning, familia. Morbid Drifter, yeah, I was hardcore back testing while waiting for you to start the stream. Hello. So I hit you up. What up, Trent? All is well, fam. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, cause. Ray, good morning. Uh-oh. Mr. Payout in the building. Mr. Payout is in the building, y'all. But turn your pockets inside out. Mr. Payout is in the building. Jerry Jack, what's up, my brother? Good morning. Soaking inside, turning 40 in July. That's what's up, man. Congrats. Congrats. 4-0. That's another milestone too, bro. That's really cool. Really, really cool, man. That's really dope. Dilson, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That's what's up. Well, y'all, we in the building. Whew, we got a crazy, crazy, crazy news week. Jed War, yo. Yeah, we got a crazy, crazy news week this week. And let's see here. We got Easter coming up this weekend. Markets are closed on Friday for Good Friday. Yeah, we have bank holiday on Good Friday. And you know what's so crazy? We have a bank holiday, but then we have non-farm payroll coming out. So that's going to be interesting because even though that we have a bank holiday, the market will still be open for a short period of time. So I would advise no one to trade on Friday. Don't even try trading on Friday. I don't think that's a good idea. But, of course, do what you want to do, but I'm just saying. Mr. Payout, watch out. Uh-oh, Trinelli. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have 5 more years to 50. If I can become a successful trader, by then I'll be happy. Hey, bro, you got a lot of time. Not if I can. Come on, bro. Come on, Morbid Drifter. Come on, bro. You've been on this stream. We don't, you know how we speak from a place of optimism and a place of confidence. It's not if, brother. It's when I become a successful trader, right? We gotta get that, you know what I'm saying? It's when I become a successful trader. Because as long as you keep putting the work in, bro, you will get there. You know what I'm saying? Remember that it ain't no if. Ain't nobody in here on no ifs. We all in here on when. Like when it's going to happen. Remember that. Good morning, Chrissy. What'd you say, Cos? Cos said, Mr. Payout, watch out. Baby Egg, ready to make some bread today. Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, Morbid Drifter, remember, bro, it's not no if. We ain't nobody in here. We not in here on no ifs. We in here on when. You know what I'm saying? Just remember that. On when. And the when, we determine our when. You know what I'm saying? So just remember that. And I'm not like coming down on you or not like that. I always come from a place of love. So that's just like, they ain't even tough love. That's just brother to brother. Like, bro, ain't no if, bro. You gonna get there. Like, I believe in you. I want you to believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep that in mind. Ain't nobody in here on no ifs, bro. It's when. You know what I'm saying? It's when. So let's check some news out. So today, Monday. All right. So we have Fed Chair Powell speaking he's speaking at 7:30 this morning. Yeesh. Okay. That's going to be very interesting. 7:30? Are you serious? I had to refresh that. I thought it was 10:30 that I looked. Oh, you know what? It was 10:30 in the email that I got, but that's on Eastern time. Let me see here. Yeah, bro. Look at Mr. Payout. He already on it. He like, yeah, bro, this, because everybody know this guy right here, like and it's not nothing that he does purposely. Let me make that clear. But because he is the Fed chair, there's things that he says that the market starts moving. You know what I'm saying? And he just, one thing about him, I got to give it to him. He's not a political guy. For me, watching him for the past, over 2 years now, like he just speaks what's going on. You know what I mean? And then I've actually went back and watched some older stuff on YouTube, like during the Biden administration, because I was just trying to get an understanding of the guy. You know what I mean? And like he seems to be like a pretty by the book type gentleman. So, you know what I mean? There it is. What we got? Mike, you turned 64. Whoa, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up, Mike. Congrats, man. That just happened. What, like 3 days ago? Okay. Fresh 64. Every moment you put the work in puts you closer to your payout. Absolutely. Kaz, absolutely. Latanya said exactly. Morbid Drifter, yeah, pretty tough on myself mentally. Had a life of hard knocks, so being positive is new for me. LOL, I'll get there. Absolutely. Bodovan, good morning, brother. Yeah, well, we're gonna make sure that we facilitate that as well. Morbid Drifter, absolutely. So going back on news today, you guys, we just have Fed Chair Powell speaking at 7:30. We should possibly maybe be able to get something in. If we get a good setup, we should be able to get something in before, what I'm saying, he speaks. But I would say if you're in a trade, excuse me. If you're in a trade, just be careful. I would say if you're in a trade, don't get in a trade close to this. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know how long he's speaking, so I can't really say how long afterwards. If you're trading a prop firm, you don't have to worry about this news. Let me see. Is this news? Yeah, this is not news that is prohibited. I don't believe this is news that's prohibited. It's like non-farm payroll, PMI, CPI. But just to err on the side of caution, remember, 5 minutes before, during, or after, just don't, don't even trade. Only because even if it's not from the prop firm rules, just from the sake of don't mess up your accounts. Because he could say something, and like I said, he's a pretty stand-up guy, but we don't know what he's going to talk about. He could be, he gives reports on everything going on, and there's something he could say that the market don't like, and it can go against you. That's all that I'm saying. So just keep that in mind. All right, what we got on Tuesday? Tuesday, we got Joe's job. Wednesday is a very heavy news day. We got non-farm payroll change, core retail sales, and retail sales. So let me tell y'all something. Oh, we also got PMI. Now, y'all see this right here, non-farm payroll, employment change, and unemployment rate again. I'm going to go through and do the research because ADP, this one, ADP non-farm payroll employment change, and non-farm, I think this is the one that's the big one, because one of the non-farm employment changes are the big news. The other one is like womp. I don't think it's ADP. I believe it's this one. The good thing is it's a bank holiday that day, and I wouldn't advise anyone. I don't trade on bank holidays. So like I said, the market will still be open, but I don't trade. But anyway, so pretty heavy news week. Thursday, we got unemployment claims, as I stated, PMI, Wednesday, and retail sales, core retail sales, all of that. 1 minute for the market opens. But yeah, that's what we got. So let's jump to the Chizarts. What we got? Impress, good morning. Let's see here. Who said, at Morbid Drifter, the more you control time, the more you control, time is slower. You will see your vision unfold. Leave control at the door. You will get there faster. Absolutely. Well, that's that 5-0 wisdom right there. Yeah. You gotta work a little hard. You gotta like my grandma said, you gotta go to bed and wake up a lot to get there. But that's good advice, cause I like that. Great advice. Impress, good morning again. My calendar has Powell at 9:30. Does it? Let me go back to here. Let me refresh this then. Mike, what time frame are you? I mean, what time zone are you in? Because y'all know I'm on the West Coast. So, but mine's showing 7:30. So, interesting. You know what? In my email it said 10:32. So that would be 10:30 Eastern, which would make it 7:30. I'm assuming, Mike, are you in the Central Time Zone or possibly Mountain? So we'll figure that out. But yeah, market is getting ready to open. Actually, market just opened. Let's get there. Let's see here. So after doing daily bias, just on the daily bias, we should be bullish based on what overnight did. Okay, PS, got you. Pacific. Gotcha. I don't know why it's showing 10:30. That's weird. Refresh it, Mike, and see what you get. Let me know. I think I like getting a trade in before the morning bell. Have good results with that so far. Hey, bro, if that works for you, bro, knock it out. Honestly, because everybody has their thing that what works best for them. So I definitely would knock that. I mean, if you can get something in, that's amazing. I mean, everybody has their times, right? If that's the times that works for you, that's what works for you. But yeah, so going on the overnight bias, um, overnight bias based on what I've showed you guys and also the video that I have about determining bias, we should be bullish, but of course we do have a lot of sell side liquidity down here, a lot of liquidity down here, because remember a lot of these guys got in buys overnight, and there's a lot of liquidity on the sell side. Excuse me. So let's see what we get. I expect it to be a little. I'm thinking it's going to be a little choppy, only because Fed Chair Powell is speaking. That's what I'm expecting. Even though I know, based on our bias, that we should be bullish, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Also, too, we have closer daily levels below target-wise, and we have other dailies that are above, but they're a lot further. I mean, can price get there? Absolutely, price can. But I see sell side being a little bit different, as far as different meaning it's a little bit closer. So I'm expecting it to turn that down. I'm expecting it to let's see here. Let's go there. All right, cool. So I'm expecting, I don't know, I'm expecting it to be a little choppy, but I do, with all of this sell side liquidity, possibly price will, NQ loves to sweep, right? Hit that liquidity and then maybe go on bullish, but we'll see. It's going to be very interesting. What we got? Here 2-1 on MES with HSS strat 180 and done for the day. There you go. Got to go to work soon. I'll be cutting out early today. No worries, Soaking Insider. Thanks for tapping in. I think I like getting. Okay, got you. Wayne Lord, good morning. Good morning. I completed my first TF consistency challenge on Friday. Nice. Powell hates Americans. Wish he'd retire. But yeah. So let's see here. So, all right, kind of a lackluster open, not a lot of volume. Let's see what we get. What y'all looking at? Serena, what you looking at, Serena? I always got to ask Serena because we trade very similar. What you looking at, Serena? I'm interested. You know what, man? I didn't even ask y'all how y'all was feeling today, bros and sisters. I didn't even ask y'all. My bad, because I always like to ask y'all how y'all feeling. I know we all looking at the charts, but let me know how y'all feeling. Y'all go just one word me. Good, great, relax. I know some of y'all did say y'all ready to make some bread, but yeah, hit me up. Let me know how y'all feeling. Serena, what you looking at? What's your bias right now? Just curious. Possible DS shorts? Yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's what makes the most sense. Considering now, that's why we always say not being married to the bias, right? We can't be married to our bias because anything can change. But this looking at our bias, we should be bullish, but that doesn't mean anything. We do have 2 targets here, these pink lines, 2 daily levels. I mean, all of these blue lines are targets, but these are our strongest targets, will be these daily levels. And we know there's a lot of sell side liquidity. So let's see what we get. If we can get a fair value gap here that can hold, I'll possibly take some sales as well. We'll see. We will see. Let's see what we get. If this fair value gap can hold, then I'm going to place my limit order right at the bottom of the fair value gap. My stop loss will be actually at the top of this candle, because this previous swing high is a little tight, and then I'll shoot for this daily level right here. So we'll see. That's what's up. Doing good, brother. That's what's up. Wonderful. And thanks for caring. Absolutely. Absolutely. Calendar was on Central Time. Got it adjusted. Boom. I thought so. I mean, well, I didn't think it was on Central Time, but I thought that was, reflecting of some Central Time. That's what I thought. But I'm glad you got that fixed up. All right, cool. So we got our candle close. We got our fair value gap. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go. Oh shoot, I'm on the wrong. Okay, let's just do this. Let's go. And we need to change this to 5 because y'all know I like to trade 5 micros. Confirm. Boom. And I'm gonna put my take profit. My stop loss here. That would be a buy stop. All right, so we all set up for this trade. So what we're waiting now, we're waiting for price to tap back into this fair value gap and then continue on. So let's see. Good morning. Open my second account last night. Kiara, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. What size account do you have? Did you get a 50K, 25K? What you get? You know what? Let's do this. Let me put on my risk to reward. What time is this? This is 6:34. What size account did you get, Kiara? Let's see here. Well, let's see if price comes back to get us. What am I doing? Oh, putting on my risk to reward joint. All right. My little risk to reward tool. Today is 30th. And this is going to be, we'll go 634. And then entry is 467.75. And stop loss is 23,538. 23,538. And okay. And there we are. Now we got it all set up. So we can see our TP1, TP2. So based on my risk to reward, TP2 is where the daily level is. So let's see. I mean, it could leave it out. It could leave it out us. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we can get in and out of this trade before Powell starts talking. So we got about a little less than an hour. They're both 25K, so I can sync them up. Absolutely. You know what? They don't have. You can sync up a 25, like 2 different account sizes. Yeah, you can sync them up as far as copy trade them. They don't have to be. I mean, it's cool like whatever you have, but I'm saying just keep in mind they don't have to be the same account size. You can copy trade a 25K and a 150K if you want to together. You can do that. That's really no big deal. So just keep that in mind. You do have that option. I'm going to use my profit. I can withdraw to open a higher account. There you go. Okay, let me see if I get this right. Oh, Miss T. Miss T and her 3. I love it. Good morning. First time here. Thanks for having me. Hey, thanks for showing up. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you tapping in with us. Karate 357. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Grand Risings King. Good to see you. Prince Matalia. Dope. Low budget strats. Absolutely. What's the risk reward indicator? It is actually Scalp God made this. He coded this. He made this. He actually made this like some years back. And it's really, really cool. I don't use it. I mainly use it for my overnight session, but I told myself I'm going to start using it for all my trades. But a lot of times, sometimes I'll just forget to put it on. But yeah, it's a Scalp risk reward tool. It's in the double M. It's in the resources. Just go in there and Scalp's God's resources. Just go in there. It's a whole script. And basically, you just got to copy the script. He has a breakdown of how to do it. You put it in. Actually, you go to Pine Editor. It's pretty simple. If you have any issues, just DM me and I'll work you through it. But if you go to the document in Scalp Guard resources, not only does he have the script, but he has a step-by-step on how to do it. Real simple, real easy. I wasn't sure if I use take profit for my 25K that I can make 300 a day, if the other account would also make 300, or if I could get it to make 600 or 1200 at the same time. Sure if I use my 25K that I can make 300 a day, if the other account would also make 300, or if I could get it to make. Let's see here. KK got it, brother. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, Kiara. So let's see here. Whatever. I'm not sure the copier that you're using, but I know on my copier, I can change the ratios. Meaning, like, let me explain. So I could be trading my lead account, right? And in my ratios, I can make my other accounts do half of what my lead account is doing, do like a 25% of what my leader account is doing, or doing, the full 100% of what my leader account is doing. So with that stated, yeah, I can do it that way. I don't know if you can do that on your copier, but that would be the way to do exactly what you're saying, where you can make, maybe 300 in one account and possibly making 600 in another, or vice versa. However, that's something you would have to check out with your copy trader and just see. I don't know if the one you have does that. I know the one I have does that. I don't really use it. I just, whatever I'm going to trade, I just trade, you know what I'm saying, in that particular, like whatever I'm going to trade, I just trade that. I don't worry about, my ratios or anything like that. It's not really a big deal for me. As long as I'm copy trading my accounts, I'm ecstatic just being able to do that. So let's see here what we got here. What we got. Let's go here. What we have here, 373. Oh, okay. Let's go here. Let's go here. And all right, cool. I forgot to set it up on my live account. I haven't used the copier yet. I've only seen the video on the, oh, got you, for Volumetrica. Gotcha. Well, just know that the trade copy for Volumetrica, that will be for all of your TEF accounts. If you wanted to, and you can only copy those presently using Volumetrica's copy trade feature. Once the last integration is completed, then you'll be able to use a third party, which is what I have, and you'll be able to sign into TradingView, into a broker on TradingView, and then trade your TEF accounts that way. So, but that's the last integration. What we got, Chrissy? Chrissy said this was great. Started the week with a successful 170. Hey, I love it. Thanks to your guy. Of course. That's what I'm here for. That's good. And don't sleep on the 170. Without prejudice to tell you, and I agree, any amount is enough. Absolutely. So 170 is cool. That is a good start. Good start to the week. That's amazing. That is amazing. That's good stuff. You know what, Serena? We could have took the break of this too. If you think about it, even though what we're doing is the right thing, but I'm looking at something and I'm like, it wasn't clean, but we did have what? This is opening candle here. No, this is opening candle. So I'm gonna go from here. So like, if you look like from, we'll do it from like, we can do it from here. All right. Let me go back. We had a little consolidation area. That's what I'm getting ready to talk about. We had a little consolidation area from like here on. Now, it wasn't clean. It wasn't chop box clean. It was a little consolidation area. We also could have took the break of this previous swing low. But honestly, just looking at it now, I think the safer option was what we did. But it is what it is. If this would have been a little bit cleaner from a consolidation perspective, like I said, we definitely could have put our entry like right below. Once it broke it, we would have got us in a trade, and we could have already been out of TP1 or even out of this unmitigated. But either way, we good. We still followed our rules, followed our discipline. Um, it's a pretty good. If you think about it, this is a 2 to 1 or 1 to 2, one risk, 2 reward, right? So that's not bad. That's pretty good numbers. Even a 1 to 1 is not bad, but 1 to 2 is even better. So we got everything lined up that we need. We just need price to come back and tap us in and go on. But look like price may leave without us, and that's okay. If price hits this daily level right here, then we just close out our trade. This trade will be invalid once price hits this daily level. So we'll just wait to see that. What we got? Angie, good morning. Good morning. I agree. Better safe than sorry. Absolutely. Absolutely. I always like to talk through this because it just gives us different perspective. But the ultimate goal is what? To always making sure that we're taking the safest trade, right? That's what we're making. That's what we want to make sure of, is that we're taking the safest trade. So that's what's important. And that will always be the most important. So yeah. So there it is. As far as that is concerned, I think that is a great sell stop up here. I think that's a great that was a great execution. Trade set up. It's clean. We took it, and we live with the results. Come back to get us, cool. If it doesn't, hey, there's nothing we can do about that. So we exercise all the control that we could prior to entering the trade. So we'll let that cook, because y'all know I don't like to stare at my trades when they going. They just let it go. It's set up. If it's gonna pick us up, it's gonna pick us up. If it's not, then it's not. So let's jump to question of the day. Let's get this mental muscle rocking. So question of the day today is, where would your trade idea be proven wrong? Where would your trade idea be proven wrong? Just think about that. Where would your trade idea be proven wrong? So basically, what that question is how could I put this? Okay. So where would your trade idea be proven wrong, right? So most of the time, most traders are focusing on the entry, right? But we need to be focused on invalidation, because if we have invalidation, then that entry don't matter anymore, right? And we got to make sure that our stop loss is not emotional. You know what I'm saying? That's the other thing. We got to make sure that our stop is not emotional. So if you go, you guys saw the trade that I just put up, that I got set up. Don't look like it's going to come back to get me. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul. It is what it is. I did everything I was supposed to do. And once the trade invalidates itself, then I know what? It's time to close out that position, because it's not going to come back to pick me up. No harm, no foul. Now, our invalidation should be based on some different things, right? It should be based on structure break, a liquidity shift, a narrative failure for the strategy that I'm trading right now is based on price hitting this daily level right here. That is what would invalidate this particular strategy. Now, for everyone, depending on your strategy, everyone's invalidation is going to be different because of the strategy is different. So it doesn't mean that one is more right than the other. It just means that you should have an invalidation. You should have something that goes on in your trade that invalidates it, whatever that something is. And as I stated, for this strategy, what invalidates this strategy for me would be if price came down and touched this pink line, which I think that's what pretty much is going to happen. I don't see it coming back to pick us up. And that's one of the cons of being a limit order trader, because with a limit order trader, you set your limit order and you wait for price to come and tap that in. That's one of the cons of it, is there's a lot of times you can have trades that won't come back to pick you up. It is what it is. No harm, no foul. I'm not going to FOMO win. I'm not going to like, it didn't come back to get me, so I'm just going to just enter. Like, no. So for your strategy, everyone should have something that goes on, a particular step, a particular something that happens that invalidates your trade, right? And that is where your trade would be proven wrong. Not wrong in the sense of you shouldn't have taken it, but wrong in the sense of no entry. So for me, price hits this pink line, I'm going right here and I'm going to close this trade out, because at that point, my trade would now be proven wrong, meaning like no entry. When I say wrong, not wrong, how could I, because I want to make sure I word this correctly. Wrong in the regard that I should not be entering. Let me say it that way. Wrong in the regard that I should not be entering this trade. So that's pretty much what everyone should have for their particular strategy. That's why backtesting is so important, right? So let's talk a little bit more. So if price invalidates your trade, remember the market is never wrong, right? Only thing that can be wrong is our idea. The market is always going to do what it does, but the market can never be wrong because the market is moving the way it needs to. Good morning, Stephen. I've been learning more and more about breakaway gap, and I believe the FEG was a breakaway gap. Got you. Let me go through and read some of these. I think I saw Erica. Oh, good morning, Erica. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Kiara, is micro NQ and S&P trend changing? I tried looking into Forex Factory, but still learning how to read that site. Is micro NQ and S&P trend changing? I don't know what the S&P 500 is doing. What is S&P? S&P is ES, right, y'all? Let me look. Let me get up in here and look. I believe it is. Let's see here. Yeah, I believe ES is. Because I don't trade ES, so that's why I'm like a little stumped. Yeah, S&P 500 would be ES. So let me go to ES, and let's see what that chart is looking like, and we can look at that. Actually, they're trending in the same direction, believe it or not. I know sometimes they have what's called inverse, like one is going one way, one is going the other way. But just looking at the chart, I'm looking at ES right now. I'll jump there so you can see. It's ES right here, which is S&P. So it looks like it's doing the same thing. Kind of had like the same similar situation. Let's see here. This was the opening candle. Yeah, this is the opening candle, 630. Kind of almost did the same thing as NQ. We'll jump to NQ and then you'll see. You see what I'm saying? Kind of had that same little consolidation area with the previous swing low, and yeah. So let's do this. Let me go back here and let's do this so we can just kind of go back and forth. All right, so let's do this. ES, what are you doing, ES? ES, you done lost your mind. What's going on, ES? Reload this. Okay, we want ES. There we go. All right, cool. Y'all saw that? That was a little glitchy, huh? But yeah, you see they kind of did almost the same thing. Almost the same thing. Look, almost that same little pattern. Open, had a low volume spike to the bullish side, then boom, then went bearish, broke the previous swing low, and now it's just moving. ES pretty much did the same thing. Broke it, and now it's moving. There's a lot of times where I've seen them. What we got? Did it hit? Oh, not yet, almost. A lot of times I see them where if one is going bearish, the other one's going bullish. So there's times that they move the same, and there's times that they move differently. Good morning. Is there any way? Kiara, let me know what about the Forex side that you're not understanding how to read, and we'll talk about that. Just get your questions ready. Just hit me up. Erica, what Erica say? Erica say, good morning. Good morning to you. Is there any way I can go into TradingView and see my chart? No. Unfortunately, no, not yet, Kiara. I mean, not yet, Erica. Basically, that'll be the last, that is the last integration. Oh, so y'all saw that? Price has hit my daily level. So that means that, let me show y'all. Y'all see price in my daily level. So that means this trade now is invalid. So what do? We close out the position. So no daily strat for me today. No big deal. That's what happens. Let's see here. Possibly could get a 15-minute banger today. Oh no, 15-minute banger is invalid. Oh, let me check. Let me check that on NQ. Yeah, 15-minute banger is invalid today. So no 15-minute banger up. Those are my two little strategies. Those are my two strategies for the morning. So when those don't rock, guess what I do? I go here, and I log out. And I can take this off because I don't need my risk to reward on anymore. Close up my indicators, and there it is. That's that. That's how it goes. That's how it works in a trading game. Trade was invalidated. All right, let's see here. Let's get back. And Erica, you can have two screens open next to each other, one on the edge funder and one. Hey, somebody know what they doing around here. That's what's up, Kiara. That's what's up. That is a way you can do that. Yes, but going back to what I was telling you, Erica, and I like the way you spell your name because it's pretty much the way I spell mine without the A. That's what's up. See, E-R-I-K. E-R-I-K is something about the E-R-I-K, E-R-I-K-A. I don't know about the E-R-I-C. Hey. I don't know about the E-R-I-C, but the E-R-I-K, and the E-R-I-K-A, that's the ones right there. That's the ones. But yeah, Kiara, that's the last, Erica, that is the last integration. That's the last integration that TF is doing where you'll be able to go into TradingView, and I'll show you what I mean by that. You'll be able to go into TradingView, hit trade. You'll be able to log into one of these partner brokers that they're going to partner with, the same way that we log into to Tradeovate, right? And then you'll be able to do the same thing that we do when we have an account that's associated with Tradeovate. You'll be able to log into one of the brokers. I don't think Tradeovate is going to be the broker. It's going to be something else. So you'll be able to log into whatever that is, and then you'll be able to pull up your TEF account right on TradingView. That's the last integration. Right now, the first integration was being able to trade TEF from the TradingView dashboard. So that was the first integration. The last integration is the one I just stated. When is that happening? It's been in the works. It takes time. You know, the devs, they got to develop it. They got to, you know what I'm saying? Like get everything going with it. So it takes time. Then once they're done, the accounts have to be traded. Like the dummy accounts got to be traded to see if there's anything, you know, if there's any issues, anything going on with them. So I know it's very close. I can tell you that, very close. There'll be an announcement, but it's definitely very, very close. Very, very close. So yeah. So, but it is coming. I just said that to say that it is coming. So let me get back into these questions here. What you say, Soaking Insider? HSS doesn't work well on silver. Silver has no respect for EMA. You can do it, but can be risky. I say it stops working there. Melanie, I've been learning more about, okay, we talked about that. Good morning, Stephen. Patience and timing is everything. Sigma Steel, absolutely. Thanks for tapping in. Soaking Insider, yes, ES. Yes, S&P is ES. Thank you, y'all. Will the red folder be considered for your trading hit or not? You mean like Mike, you meaning like basically where I'm gonna dip out? I am in a trade on my live account. I took a little different strategy there, and that one's going pretty good. It's like I'm up right now, $1,200. That's why I can't wait till I've still been working on integrating my other laptop, and it's gonna happen. It's because I want you guys to be able to see that too. But yeah, so I probably will dip out of this trade. I say probably it's 7 o'clock now. I'll say probably the next 15 minutes if I don't take profits before that time. Yeah, probably like the next 15 minutes, I'll dip out. Yeah, I'll dip out of that trade. But yeah, because I don't like to be too close to the news. That's all. That's just me. I just like to play it safe. And I'm up right now on 10 accounts. My other accounts, I have 5 100K and 5 150Ks. I usually use those for my overnight session, but I also use those to take this particular little strategy that I take. So Um, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. But I'm probably going to dip out of this trade here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So, all right, what we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? Uh-oh. 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 Good morning, sis. Good morning. Thanks for tapping in. Will be considered for your trade hitting or not? Yeah, yeah. So to answer your question, Mike, yes, yes. I'm getting out. I'm not staying in because I don't want to be no volume spikes. And it does something stupid, and then I'm like down a couple grand. You know what I'm saying? Because I have there's a pretty big stop loss on this other trade that I'm on. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna take profits here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna take profits and I'll be done. Whatever I take out of there, I'm happy. There's no sense in trying to hold it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. And you know me, I'm only need a piece. Just want to get a little piece of the movement. I don't need the whole movement. So let's get back. You're welcome. LOL. Yes, can't wait. Awesome. 964 done for the day. Thanks, boss. You're welcome, baby egg. That's what's up. 964 is great. That's right, Chris. Congratulations. Hard rejection off midnight open. Yeah. Oh, is that what that is? Let me check that. Was that the midnight open? Actually, you mean I don't know if you meant overnight open. Empress, let me know. Because overnight last night, I know you said midnight. I know you said midnight. I'm just looking at when the market opened yesterday. So I'm gonna check that. So we know price is right here at this dotted line. That's where price is at the moment. So this was our open, and price is pretty close. You said midnight open. Let me see. So midnight for me would be where we at? It would be right here. Right here. I went too far. Right here. This would be my midnight open. This is midnight. Well, not my midnight open. That would be midnight for me. I know where I think we're on different time frames, so maybe you're using. No, I don't. Oh, got you. Gotcha. So no, I don't do the gotcha. I'm with you now. Got my bread. See you tomorrow. Absolutely, bro. Congrats, man. I'm glad you made some bread today. That's what's up. Well, both of my strategies for the morning are pretty much done. It is what it is. That's how it works. That's trading. That's how it works in trading. I have another strategy that I'm trading, meaning strategy on my small accounts, my 50Ks. They didn't show whatever. So like I said, I'm in on my other accounts. It's a different particular strategy that I'm gonna say I just learned. I've been working on it for a while, and when I say working on it, I've been back testing it and demo trading it, and just kind of understanding how it moves. So I did I did jump in on it. I can't wait till I get to integrate that over here. I'm still working on that. I should have that done by this week, though. I should have that done by this week, so I can integrate that over here. So I can pull up another screen. I can screen share, and then I can show you guys what I'm doing over there, as well as show you guys how the trade copier works. How do you get your time to say AM, PM? Mine is in military time. Oh, you talking about down here? All right, let's see here. Let me see. I think if you just click it. Let me see here. ETH. Nope. Electronic trading. Is it in settings? Let me see. Settings. Symbol, status line, scales, canvas, trading. Might be in trading. Let's see here. Alerts, events. How did I do that? I remember doing that before. Let's see. I right click on there. Here you can choose. I would have to look that up for you. I'm not sure. Is it in settings, Kiara? Oh, settings and scales. Okay, let's go there. Settings, scales and lines. Oh, right there. Yep. Thank you, Kiara. Appreciate you. right here, 12, 24 hours. So I'm gonna go back out and show you again. Right click, settings, scales and lines, because it's gonna be on symbol. So hit scales and lines. And right here, you can change your date format as well as your time hours format. So 24/12. So just hit 12 and then boom, and you're in. Real simple. See, that's why we have a community of people. We have a community here built on love, built on graciousness, and built on everybody working together. That's what makes this community so great. And I love it because the funny thing is, there's some things that I just don't remember how to do because I did them 2 years ago. So it's like I got to go play with it. But yeah, so thank you, Kiara. Appreciate you as always. As always, I use the 1 hour time frame to mark it out. Level is gotcha. So 1 hour time frame. And what the level she said is 23,295.75. 23,295.75. 23,295.75. 23,295.75. Which would be somewhere around 23,295.75. Oh, so it's somewhere in this area. Oh, got you. Where it just bounced off of. Gotcha. Aha. Gotcha. Okay. Little different strategy there. That's what's up. That's cool. And it's funny too because price hit this is consolidating in that area. So what at least what you're doing, it does make sense because as you can see, price is having a little tough time right here. A little tough time. But okay. So let me make sure I got everybody's questions. Well, I'm off to have a good day at work, my guy. Thanks for stopping, and I appreciate you. That's right. Just hit for 412 using HSS. Nice, Sigma. That's what's up. Anyone that's new to the channel, let me go and get them free likes from everybody. If you haven't liked me up, just takes a couple of clicks. It's free. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And yeah, we'll move back on to question of the day. And going back to what we were saying, where would your trade idea be proven wrong? And we talked about that. It would be proven wrong understanding what invalidates your strategy. That's how it would be proven wrong. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It means the trade entry would be wrong because of it being invalidated for whatever reason, right? So just to kind of jump back to that, if we use my trade as an example, what invalidated my trade, my entry, was when price hit this daily level. So that would make my trade wrong in the regard of I should not be entering. So the setup was there. We put our limit order. We put our stop loss. Our price never came back to tap us in. Price hit our daily level, which is the pink line, and that pretty much invalidates my trade based on these strategy rules. So if price had never hit the daily level and was still playing around and came back up to tap me in, catch my limit order and possibly take me back, then I would have been in the trade. But being the fact that price hit this pink level, it invalidated my trade, which makes my trade wrong. Not wrong in not wrong in a regard of not taking it. I mean, not wrong in a regard of the strategy, but wrong in the regard of the entry. So y'all saw I closed out. I exited that position, and I also even closed out my accounts. So I'm done for the day. Nothing for me to do. I have account cooking over. I got a trade cooking over here on my other accounts. I was up 1,100. It's pulling back right now. I'm up like 6. So where are we at? It's like 7:09. About 6 minutes before news. I think I'm gonna let this cook a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna jump out because I do not want to get caught up in nothing crazy. Dude say something and it goes stupid and goes against me, and it really doesn't make any sense. And it's always great to play it safe. And wow, look like price is pulling like back right now. All right, so I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit, and we'll see what we get. Another like 5 minutes. Been watching you for a couple of weeks now. Happy to be a part of this with you, brother. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you, brother. I'm happy you're here. Hit the settings and trading and scroll all the way down. Oh, Ray, yeah. You was talking about the clock. Yeah, Ray, we got him in. Thank you, bro. But But yeah, man, I appreciate that, Sigma. So yeah, so if you don't know, so going back to the question, if you don't know when you're wrong, you don't know when you're right. Think about that. If you don't know when you're wrong, you don't know when you're right. So it's always great to back test your strategy so you can understand how your strategy works. So then you know what invalidates your strategy. You know the rules for your strategy. You know when to, you know when you're wrong, meaning like you know when the trade entry would be wrong, not to take it. You know what I'm saying? When to leave it alone, when to just exit out, or don't even, don't enter at all, and don't get yourself caught up into a bad trade. So once again, if you don't know when you're wrong, then you don't know when you're right. So that's one thing you got to make sure of. You want to always make sure of, you know what invalidates your trade, because that's what would prove your trade idea wrong, is the invalidation. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It's very, very, very simple. It's not hard. It's just knowing and understanding that you have to have that aspect in your strategy. You got to know when, based on your strategy, when it's time to be like, okay, I can't take it. It's not, how would I say, it's not high probable anymore. For my strategy, like I showed y'all, when price hits the daily level, the trade is invalidated if I'm not in it. So there it is. 712. I'm gonna let that cook for a second. See, I'm gonna get out in about 3 minutes. About 3-4 minutes, I'm gonna get out. Let me see. I didn't even see. I was up. I should have just. Oh, right there. Yep, makes sense. All right, cool. So remember, always know where your invalidation for your trade is. That's the best thing that I can give you for this question. And this question is just designed to make you understand what needs to happen in your strategy, where you're like, okay, I'm out. I'm not entering, and that it is what it is. So that would be our question of the day. Let's jump into tip of the day, and then we'll give it time, and we'll keep our eye on the market just to see what's going on when Powell starts speaking. So let's jump into tip of the day, and get our brain working. We got 17 minutes before he starts speaking. So tip of the day today is trade to open with a plan, not excitement. Trade to open with a plan, not excitement. Think about that. Trade to open with a plan, like have a plan, meaning like you have your strategy, you know what you're looking for, you know what time frame you need to be on, like all of those different things that go with your strategy. Trade to open with a plan, not excitement, meaning, so let me say this. The open we know creates opportunities, right? Because the market just opened. So we know there's opportunity there. But also there's traps, right? Traps meaning if you're just trading volatility spikes, because you see, big candle, candle's moving up, some volume. If you're trading volatility spikes, then you already know that could be a trap. That's not a plan. There's a lot of false moves sometimes during, the open. That's why if you notice on my trade, I wait for structure. I wait for different things to set up first before I take my trade, and in the direction that I take the trade. You know what I'm saying? So I wait for all of that to happen before I commit to the trade. So that's something that we always got to keep in mind. You know what I'm saying? That the open does create opportunity, but also it creates traps. And we want to make sure that we're not falling into the traps. We're not getting hit with the falling knife, right? So depending on your strategy, you're going to have some rules that's going to tell you, okay, structure, whatever it is, whatever your rules are, you need to have all of that happen before you commit to that trade. You know what I mean? Because now you're trading a plan, you're not trading excitement. And excitement is what? Emotions. We don't want to be trading emotions. We want to be trading our plan. And guess what? I had a plan, but guess what? My plan didn't work out because price never came back to pick me up, and it hit the daily level, which did what? It invalidated my trade. So what does that mean? Close my position, log out, done for the day. It's just that simple. Guess what I did? My accounts are safe. They're protected. I protected my capital. I exercise discipline. I exercise professionalism. I exercise business acumen. I treated my trading. I treated my trade today as a business. You know what I'm saying? That's all that we can do. That's it. And we don't worry about nothing. So what that we didn't get a chance to take a trade today? It's going to happen that way. We're not here to trade every day. We see a setup, we take it. If it gets invalidated, just log out. It's no big deal. And it doesn't mean, and as you see, I'm not looking for another trade. I have certain criteria that has to happen. If those things don't happen, I'm done for the day. There's nothing else for me to look at. That's why I am a strategy trader, because I need a strategy. Like, I like the detailed orientation of following some steps, waiting for some things to happen, enter the trade, put my stop loss, take my profits, whatever. And whatever happens when I'm in a trade, I live with the results. That's why I like to strategy trade, because what the other side to that is that if the strategy does not set up, that means I don't trade. No trade. And I'm happy with that. I am totally happy with that. I'm just as happy with that as if I got in a trade and I made 2 bands, 1,500, 800, whatever. My happiness is equally the same on both the chords. It really is. I used to have this thing in my mind that, man, if I got it, like I felt like I had the trade, and I had to learn. We don't have to trade every day. We don't. If your setup is not there, there's no structure there, your rules, whatever the steps are, then there's no reason to commit to it. Think about this. Why would you commit to taking a bad trade just based on your emotions, right? That's how you blow accounts. That's how a lot of accounts get blown. People ain't following rules. They're not following steps. This and that, all those little different things that we talk about all the time. So we got to always keep that in mind. All right, where we at? She said, period. Absolutely. Excitement will blow your account. Absolutely. I should have listened to you last week. I was up 600. Then I lost being greedy. Now I'm down to just one trade a day. Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me say this. I'm one and done. But there are some trade geniuses in this community that will tell you Trent has taken a second trade after the first trade going against me. I have. Very, very seldom though. And why very seldom? Because it has to be a particular situation, and I can't even tell you what that is. It's just something that I have to see. You know what I'm saying? But I am one and done too. But I'm saying that to say there are times where, depending on your strategy, you see your strategy, everything lines up and it goes against you, right? It hits your stop loss, and then it goes in the direction of your strategy and it wins. I don't take a second trade every time, but if I see some particular things, I will re-enter on that same strategy that may have stopped me out. But I would say 95% of the time, maybe 97% of the time, I'll say 95. I'll say 95% of the time, I am one and done. There's that 5% other where there have been times where I have taken a second trade, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been pretty successful on that second trade, but it's only 5% of the time. So think about it. I'm not doing that every time. It's 5% of the time. So I'm saying that to say, being one and done, that's set in stone. But there are times where you can possibly get into that second trade and still kill it, straight up. So I don't know what just happened, but we just had a huge spike. It's 7:19. We're about 11 minutes from Powell speaking. So I went in drawdown. I was up like what was I up? I was up about 1,400, and then had a pullback, and then I was in drawdown for about a couple hundred. Now I'm back up another 755. So we'll see. I think I'm going to, let me see here. I think I'm gonna let it cook for like another few more minutes, and then I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I'm gonna let it cook for a few more minutes, then I'm out. I'm just starting to see some volume spikes and just making me, think like, what that's about. But it is what it is. It's good. Yeah, I'm gonna jump out in a few minutes. But going back to what I was stating, that's good that you're one and done. But always remember, there are those particular times where you can do that. Same on FOMC. Yeah. FOMC day, like just leave that alone. FOMC day is not really a day to be trading. And we talked about that. If you notice the day before FOMC, it's a lot of ranging, a lot of choppiness in the market, especially on NQ. Morgan Drifter said, I took a L about 5 to 10 minutes ago, was a good setup, and I lost. It's all good. If you know it was a good setup and you followed all the rules, that's still a win. Morbid Drifter, that's still a win. That's not a loss. Remember, our non-profitable trades are what? Business expenses. That's what they are. They're business expenses. So you just pay some bills today. You have a business. There's no business that does not have bills. There's no business that doesn't have to pay for something, right? I don't care what kind of business it is. You got to pay for something. Even if you don't have any employees, you still have to pay for something. So you always got to remember, the non-profitable trades are a business expense. If you followed all your rules and you did everything there, that's where the win is. The win is in that. Always remember that. The win is in following rules, being disciplined, exercising professionalism, exercising business acumen, and treating your trading game as a business. That's the win. If you did that, you're golden. You don't worry about that. You just wait for the next setup and you take the next setup. You're trading the HSS, morbid drifter, so you have a fire strategy for scalping. That's a fire strategy. So you're good. You're good. It's going to be the Al Roker futures trading with this channel. Hey, I wouldn't mind having Al Roker's money, bro. That dude, bro, it's funny that you even said that, Sigma. Check this out. I was watching, he's getting big into his health. So he done hired a trainer and he going in on the eating and the exercise and all of that. So I would just happen to look at that because I'm big into fitness, right? So, bro, do you know what this dude makes bread? Like he makes millions of dollars a year. Like he makes good freaking money. So I say that to say, hey, I need his bank account. I need his bank account. At Morbid Drifter, I think I took the same loss as you did on AC. Yeah, but I can't get ahead of my, that's will close down. I got it. Have a quick question on TradingView. Which tool can be used to draw the reversal zones? Oh, I'll show you right here. This for SNIA. Let me get there. I almost start going without screen sharing. It's this one, SNIA, right here. Oh, it's this one. So it's it's behind me. Let me see here. So let me do this. It's this one right here, the rectangle. So hit the rectangle, and then I use RZ, like I made it, because default, I made the R, okay, so let me explain. These are both the same. The default, it's just purple, right? So default is just purple. The reason why I have it set for RZs is because it's this color. So I just made it to where it's that color. So that's why you see two. So when you hit it, you can actually do that. You can choose like how you want it to be. You can choose the one that you want, but it'll be this rectangle tool. And then all you have to do is just click it, put it where you want it, and then boom. And then you go to settings right here, up here, and then you can change, like if you want to change your coordinates, if you want to add text in there, if you want to add a particular style, like you see how mine didn't extend to the left? You can go here and hit extend left, and that's how it extends left. Or if it's not extended, you can do it that way, however you want it. But this is where you would do pretty much all your control. And then you can also lock it to where it won't, you won't accidentally move it or nothing like that. You can also lock it. So yeah, so that's what I use, rectangle tool. All right, what else we got? What else we got? Asarina, was it on the MES? MNQ. She stated, got it. Mine was on MES, LOL, but MNQ and MES mirror each other. Not all the time. Most of the time, yes, Morbid Drifter, but not all the time. The trend looks to be changing, but unsure. Right now, it's kind of consolidating if you really break it down. It could possibly be changing, though. It could possibly be changing. If we get a break above here, we'll have a break above this line, we'll have a break of structure. And if we get above here, we'll have a change of character. Or actually, no. If we get above here, we'll have a change of character. But we'll see. We got news coming up, so we'll see. All right, so 5 minutes before, I said I was going to be out 15 before. It's 5 minutes before. You know what? I'm going to, all right, I'm out. I'm out of that. I ended up with 385 and 10 accounts. I'll take it. I ain't tripping. It is what it is. No big deal. I was up like 1,200. I should have. I was over here focusing, but where price hit at, it made a low. That was actually the place where I should have gotten out because there was some consolidation area all the way to the left. I wish I could show y'all that. Well, actually, I can show you. I can show you on here. Let me go to NQ. So I actually took. So let me show y'all. It's on a 5 minute. Show y'all what I took. So you see this consolidation area right here? If you see price, if you see, you see price right here, little consolidation area. I actually could have gotten out like right in this area right here. Would have been a good area because this consolidation area, when you see consolidation areas like that, sometimes they can become support for price, or they can also become resistance. And that's why I always say look left. So I was engaging, of course, handling my responsibility with y'all. And my take profit is actually down here. I just actually placed it just to have one. I entered, where'd I enter? I entered here, right here. Took a break of this. So, was that the right one? No, I'm sorry. I took a break of this right here. Took a break of this low. So my take profit, actually, if I was really, truly paying attention, this would have been the better take profit, but I still got out with some cool bread. I'm still learning, y'all, to be able to engage and stay on top of my trades. I'm still a work in progress on that because I'm so used to trading without anything where I'm just totally locked in on the charts, but no excuses. That's neither here nor there. It's just something that I just have to I got to get better at. That's all. No big deal. All right, what we got? Overdrifter, yep, they do. Yeah, they do. ES and NQ, they do move, how would I say, similar, but there are times where they do their little different things, but they almost pretty much move the same. I trade after the market. Seems to steady out then. You trade after the market open. Yeah, a lot of times, you if you notice, like sometimes a lot of times 15 minutes after the market open, if the market is real volatile, it'll start like, how would I say, start to kind of like leveling off where it's not, the candles are not moving so crazy. Something another characteristic of NQ. What else we have? From what others I talked to in Discord, gold has been on fire for HSS over the last month. Absolutely. I would definitely say demo trade that. Guess what? What? Oh no, Donald Trump is talking right now. Okay. Where do we watch him speak? Let's see if we can find him. He's talking right now? Oh no. That's what we don't want. Oh, let me exit out my stop loss. Here, I had the stop loss up. Let me get out of there. All right, cool. Lord have mercy. I still had that order on my thing. Okay, cool. Always got to be careful about it. Don't be leaving orders on your joint. All right, so Donald Trump is talking. Let's see if we can find where he's talking. Let me go to YouTube. Yeah, let's go to YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. And then let's go here. And then let's see if we can find this dude talking. Can't believe that. Donald Trump. Let's see what he got. What we got? Is this right now? It's 12 hours ago. Is this it right here? 2 days ago? Let's see here. Let me go back in here. Donald Trump. Speaking live now. Live right now. See if we can find this. I think this might be it. Oh, that's 2 days ago. 23K, 30K. If anybody finds where Donald Trump is speaking, put the link in the chat. Where is this boy speaking at? 59K 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago. Do this one. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Interesting. Put it another way. Trump speaking today. Let's see if that'll help us. Live news. Here we go. Is this it? So this will be the link, y'all. I think this is what was going on right now. Put that in the chat for y'all, and we can check it out. If y'all want to watch it, there it is. So if y'all want to check it out, check it out. I'm gonna get back to what we're doing. No one should be in a trade at the moment. We know he's speaking, so it is what it is. But yeah, I dropped the link in there if y'all want to check that out. We'll get back to what we're doing. No one should be in a trade at the moment. Let me see. Would have liked to have held my short to resolution, but Mr. Powell has something he wants to say. All good for real. Okay, so you can trade 5 minutes before, during, and 5 minutes. You can't trade 5 minutes before, during, and 5 minutes after red folder. But what is it? Someone who speaks don't trade at all while they are speaking, and how do I know when they are done speaking? It says March 29th, not today. Oh, my bad, y'all. Trump is talking the same time. Powell, LOL, market is confused. Yes. Yes, so that was, okay, so that was 30. My bad, y'all. My bad. Damn, I wanna find out what he's talking about. Let's see here. Let me see. I gotta find this. Let's see here. So that was the 29th. I'm speaking live right now. Is this it? Oh, that was 2 days ago. Donald Trump's speech today live stream. Maybe this is it. No. All right, whatever. We all know he's speaking. We all know that we ain't gonna be in no trade right now. So there it is. So let's get back to what we're doing. My bad, y'all. I didn't mean to go off on that. I was definitely trying to find that, but it is what it is. 1982 stretch. You got a good point. Trump is talking the same time Powell. Market is confused. I totally agree to that. Very, very good point. Not even a good point. Great point. ET Now is live as well about Obama arrest. Huh? YouTube live news. All right, let's do it. Let's get there. Obama arrest? Obama arrested? Like that's crazy. YouTube live news. Bam. Here we go. Oh, no, that's not what I want. We want ABC. Mirror Now. YouTube live news. Come on, YouTube. Where you at? Wait, right here. Is this it? Who is secretly funding? Okay, nope. If y'all got the link, throw the link in there for me. If y'all got the link. Let's see here. What's this? Nope. That's about SpaceX. If y'all got the link, throw the link in the comment section. All right, let's get back to our mental muscle. Let's get back to what we're talking about. All right, so we're stating trade to open with a plan, not excitement. The first 5 to 15 minutes could be a lot of volatility spikes. I think that's what who was saying that? Who was saying they wait for the market to kind of cool off before they jump in. Was that you, Kiara? Somebody has stated that. Yes, that was Kiara that stated that. And that is, there's nothing wrong with that. Being that I trade strategies, I just wait for the strategy to set up and then I just go. But that is also a good rule of thumb, is to wait for that, between that first 5 to 15 minutes, depending on, your strategy. Only you would know that through your back testing and all of that type stuff. Because the market could be making some false moves. And also too, you need to wait on structure. You need to wait on whatever your strategy rules are before committing to an entry. So just keep that in mind. Opening range, it could be a fake breakout. There's a lot of different things that could be going on with that. So we just got to keep that in mind. And remember, are you just trading to open, or are you waiting for structure? That's why I say trade to open with a plan, not excitement. So of course, we should not just be trading to open. You know what I mean? Just trading it. We should be waiting for structure, hands down. We're waiting for structure to happen before we make any move. And exercising patience is what's going to allow us to stay consistent on making sure that we're trading with a plan and not excitement. So let's just keep that in mind. Trump drops massive lockdown. Okay. Like I said, if y'all got the Entertainment Tonight now is live as well about Obama arrests. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to check that when it's over. I trade the market after 5. Oh, you're talking about you trade in the evening. Got you. Is my volume low? Because my volume is all the way up. Let me know if my volume is too low for y'all, or is it up? Because I got my volume all the way up. Is my volume good, y'all? Just curious. Let me know. Because I got it like up. But yeah, so fine. Okay, cool. So you trade aftermarket. I got you. You trade like evening session. You trade the overnight session. Australia, Asia, London. Got it. You're loud and clear. Cool. But you can talk closer to the mic like this. Cool. I'll make sure I get close to the mic and project my voice. Absolutely. Cool. Everybody say loud and clear. Cool. So going back to what I was stating, talking about our tip of the day. Remember, when we're trading to open, we always want to wait for structure. We want to trade with a plan and not excitement. Excitement is emotions. We never want to be trading with emotions. Always have my volume up to the max to hear you normally. Got you. Okay. Well, something that I'll make sure I look into my audio board and just make sure maybe there's something I can do with my volume on my end. But nevertheless, going back to what I was stating about trading to open with a plan, not excitement. That's just making sure that we're following rules and we following structure. We're following whatever our strategy is, all of those steps, all of those rules, and we're trading from a plan. And once again, not from emotions. So other than that, let's jump back over here and we can see prices pretty much just kind of just hanging out. It's already 7:40, so Powell is speaking. Let me see if I can find him. Powell speech live today. I think because he usually pops up. Right here. Bam. All right. So he's speaking at Harvard. Got it. All right. Copy. I'm gonna drop this in the chat for y'all. If y'all wanna jump on. All right, cool. There it is. So he's just speaking. It's not him speaking from the regard of, he's not doing like no FOMC speaking. He's just speaking. So I don't know if this is going to move the market any, because he's not actually like speaking for his job. He's just speaking at Harvard. So it's just like a speaking engagement. So I don't know if this is going to move the market. It could, but at least we know it's there. What we got? Everyone says you're good. I don't think it's your end because my volume isn't halfway up and it's loud. All right, cool. All right, y'all. So for those that haven't liked me up, y'all go ahead on, please. Let me get some of them. Let me get them free likes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Um, other than that, let's go ahead and jump back to the charts. I already put that in there where Powell is speaking if y'all want to watch that. And at this point, it looks like price is just coming to get some of this sell side liquidity from overnight. At least that's what it looks like it's doing. How far down it can come, that'll, of course, we'll have to see. We do have a lot of fair value gaps here, and we know we do definitely have a lot of liquidity down here. What is this? This is Asia low. So this is Asia low right here, 5 o'clock, dead on the dot when Asia opened. Asia low right here. Will it come this far? That's yet to be seen. But we do, like I said, we do know there's a lot of sell side liquidity. So price is making that move right now. And if you made some money today, amazing. If you didn't, like us limit order traders, we didn't make any money today because price never came back to get us. And it is what it is. Market order traders, if you took that strategy, then you definitely made some money today. Kudos to you. But if you didn't, it's all good. If you did have a trade go against you or non-profitable today, if you followed your rules and you did everything that you're supposed to do, you were patient, you waited for your strategy to set up, and a trade went against you, that's not a loss, that's still a win within itself, because following your rules and your disciplines and making sure you didn't break any rules, that's where the win is. So with that said, hold on. Something I just thought about right now. I just realized that this weekend is Easter weekend. I just realized that. So anybody got any plans? Because that's right, we have a bank holiday on Friday. Forgot about that as well. Anybody have any plans today? I mean, for the weekend? Anybody going anywhere, doing anything for Easter? Anything exciting? Hard to believe certain people can affect the market the way they do. And I say lots of those that do. Yeah, man, there are a lot of people that can affect the market. There are a lot of people that can affect the market. Mainly a few. The yellow line is the VW, right? Yellow line? VWAP. Yes, sir. Yellow line is VWAP. And blue line is the 50. That's correct. And they're just on default settings. What we got? Yep. Oh, you're going to Florida. That's what's up. Oh, I know what you're going to do, DJ. 1982, you said you're making a nice dinner. What you making? I'm curious. Family is getting the kids, but not much else. That's what's up. Going to Jamaica to see my mom. Oh, that's what's up. Oh, Empress, I didn't know you were, okay. Island girl. Okay. That's amazing. You going to see mom? That's dope. Sunday service brunch, praising Jesus for he has risen. That's what's up. Sound like y'all have some really cool plans. That's amazing. Me, I'm actually going back home to New Orleans. I'm actually going home. And I'll be back. I'm leaving Thursday and I'll be back on Sunday. So Thursday, what else we got? I live in South Florida. Okay. Can you go over VW again? I have it on my chart, but need better notes. You say go over it. It's just my VWAP. It's just my VWAP, the yellow line. It's just nothing special about it. It's just a VWAP session. So if you go to indicators, and it's this one right here, volume weighted average price. That's the one that I have on my chart, volume weighted average price, and it's just default. I don't have like no special anything. I just changed the color to yellow. That was it. So VWAP session, and the settings are default. I just changed it to yellow because I like yellow for it. That's it. But VWAP, I use the VWAP and the 50 in the strategies that I use. That's why I have them up on my chart for this particular chart. I hope that did answer your question, Kiara. What else we got? Going to Key West. Ooh, y'all doing some nice stuff. Key West is really nice. Well, me and my wife just planned for our 20th anniversary, but it's not this weekend, LOL. In other words, we just spent a ton of money on Easter week. That's what's up, man. Makes sense, but that's good, man. And congrats, bro, on that upcoming 20th, man. That's a milestone. Bro. That's really, really cool. That's a blessing. That's really, really cool. Raider 40 said, eat some Easter bun for me. I love it. Roasted chicken, green beans, casserole, scallop corn, sweet potatoes, and regular mashed potatoes. Gravy. plus some appetizer, finger food, fresh veggies, and dill dip. That sounds good, man. You whipping it up. For me, I don't. I'll probably be eating. So I'm gonna make y'all laugh. So when I go home, my family, I ain't gonna say they hate when I come home. It ain't that would be a lie. They love when I come home, but when I come home, I'm really like a pain in their butt because I don't eat meat no more. There's a lot of things I don't eat. I don't do dairy. I'm totally different. I'm straight plant-based. So when they're having all this food around, you know, like I said, I'm from New Orleans, so you know we got gumbo, this, that, jambalaya, crawfish etouffee. They got, you know, fried seafood, all this stuff. And I don't eat any of that stuff anymore. So when I go home, whoever's house that we're going over, whatever family member, they're like, okay, what you want? Like, because I got to make something separate for you. So now it's this big thing now that every time I go home, my family be like, okay, we got to make sure that we got to do something for him. Like, God, he's a pain in the butt. So that's my little thing now when I go home. They be on it. They be on it when it comes to like what I'm eating. You know what I mean? So there's some cool vegan spots in New Orleans that I'll probably just go pick up some food. Cause I'm gonna tell my auntie, cause that's where we're going. I'm gonna tell auntie, like, they're making so much food already because we have a huge family. Like, I'm like, y'all ain't gotta really make that. You're just making something for me. Like, it's cool. You don't have to do it. I'm gonna go pick some food up, and there it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'll be eating. I'll probably do like some oyster mushrooms, fried oyster mushrooms, some vegan potato salad, some quinoa jambalaya. I'll do some stuff like that. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of something like that, and then I'm good to go. And I don't really eat a lot. So what tool do you use to draw the reversal zones on TradingView? Right here, rectangle, this one. And then you can go in settings and you can change it however you want. You can change the color. See, I have the border, I have the background. You can put a middle line if you want to. You can make it dotted, you can make it solid. You can put your coordinates in for your price points of the reversal zones. The style, you can extend it left, extend it right. I like it extended left and right. So you can do a bunch of things. And the main thing is you can lock it. Once you get it on your chart, you can lock it. And once you lock it, you can't actually, it won't move. You can try to grab it, but it won't move. So yeah, so that's what I pretty much use. This rectangle is right here on the side, rectangle. And once you go in there, if you just put little stars by the ones you like, what'll happen is they will be up here in your favorites, your little favorite tool, your little favorite bar. And then you can move this around wherever you want to move it around to. So that's how that's up there. All you got to do is just go in here and whatever one of these tools you like, just hit the star next to it. That favorites it and it puts it in a little bar. And then, like I said, you can move the bar where you want. Real easy, real simple. But yeah, man, it sounds like y'all doing some, do vegans eat chicken? Nah, bro. And I'm not even vegan. I say that I'm plant-based because vegans eat like, there's vegans that do like fake meats and stuff like that. I don't do fake meats. I'm plant-based. I eat plants. Like everything is plant-based. I don't do soy or none of that. So that's pretty much how I do it. Oyster mushrooms fried and what? People don't even know about that. With our prejudice, bro. Man, we got to get together, bro. We got to get together and you're welcome, Sneha. We got to get together and put something together, bro. Because that right there, people don't even know. That's me right there. Oyster mushrooms with chickpea flour, an avocado oil, fried in avocado oil, with some butternut squash fries or some avocado fries or some eggplant fries. Superb. Just how he stated. But yeah, man, y'all sound like y'all doing some really cool stuff, man. That's a blessing for all y'all. He said a massive salad too. That's what's up. Fried fish and bun for me. So check this out. My last time eating fish was when I went to the Bahamas going on 3 years ago. That was my last time. Y'all know the Bahamas is big on the fish fry. That was my last time. When I came back to the States, that's when I quit meat. Not because I had a bad experience. I just decided to just stop eating meat and just change my diet. Nothing going on. I didn't have no health scare or anything like that. I just wanted to just be a lot healthier. I follow Lenny Kravitz as far as like how his diet, his workout regimen. That's who I follow. That's one of the people that I idolize when it comes to how he's been taking care of himself. That man is 60-something years old, and he really don't look no different from what he did when he was in his 20s. Go look him up. Lenny Kravitz, y'all know who he is. Superb physique, superb. He eats super healthy. He's been eating raw for, I don't know, about 40 years now. Like, this man is in crazy shape. He's super strong. And it's one of the people that I idolize when it comes to health. So yeah, so that's a lot who I follow when it comes to the healthy stuff. But yeah, man, that's amazing that you guys are actually getting to it. And I don't touch mushrooms. Ew. Denny said I don't touch mushrooms. Yeah, no tofu. Without prejudice, say, bro, we gotta rock. We gotta get together because I don't do tofu either. I don't do nothing that's processed. What's the name of what? Empress, tell me of what? Yeah, I don't do nothing processed. Everything I make, I buy it raw and I make it. I don't do nothing in a box, nothing processed. That's how I rock. I'm like T-Rex. I eat meat, but I look like it. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm from New Orleans. Y'all know we there's some good food in where that I grew up on, but I just decided I just wanted to do it healthier, just be more healthier. And I just want to, I want to look good when I start hitting my 50s, 60s, 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to look good. I want to be a good looking older gentleman. You know what I mean? I want to still make sure everything works. You know what I'm sayI'm going to be healthy and strong. The person you just, Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz. I just put it in the chat. Lenny Kravitz. Yeah. So go look him up. He's huge, big into health. Big into health. Big, very, very big into health. I love his diet. I love how he eats. Oh, what I got going on over here? My bad. I love his diet. I love how he eats, like all of that stuff. What's going on? So I must have. What am I doing over here? All right, cool. But yeah, so yeah, but you're welcome. So that's pretty much where I'm at on the food. But it looks like y'all having a great time. Y'all gonna be having a great time this weekend, man. That's blessings. Much blessings and much blessings, man. Always spend time with family. These are the times where you want to spend time with family. That's why I'm going home. Yeah, his music is fire. His music is fire too. I have a very eclectic musical palette. So, but yeah, man, it's kind of cool when we get off the tangent on the trading a little bit, kind of like, smooth out the playing field. I mean, ain't too much going on in the market right now. Let me go to this 1 minute. There ain't too really much going on. Prices starting to consolidate. I don't know what Powell was talking about. Evidently, it's nothing that's driving the market because there it is. When I saw him speaking, I didn't know he was speaking at Harvard. If I know he was speaking at Harvard, then I would have had more of the inclination that it wasn't going to be driving price too much, but I didn't really know where he was speaking. So I thought he was speaking from his doing his job. When he's doing his job, that's a whole different side of the game. But yeah, I'm 45, but look 55. Not sure if it's because of what I eat. More of a drifter is funny. She said, yeah, he's fine. That's so funny. Born in the Bayou. Yes, sir. The Bayou is like a 5-minute walk from my house. That's how close I live to the Bayou. She said, yeah, he's fine. And he's 62 or 64. Man, you see that man? That man don't look nothing like 40, 50, 60. He looks still like he looked literally like he to me. If you look at him when he was in his 20s and you look at him now, you really don't see too much of a change. The man, I would say to me, he really truly looks like he's in his 30s. He doesn't look 20 because you know how when you're in your 20s, you have that, you still have almost kind of like that baby face almost. Still like when you're in your younger 20s, when you start hitting your 30s, that baby part kind of goes away on most people. I mean, people still look good in their 30s, but I'm saying you don't have like that baby look to you on your face. And that's the only thing that's different. But the man is in impeccable shape, and it's all due to his diet. His diet is impeccable. So that's one of the things that I just believe in. Your diet speaks to your cellular level and how healthy you're going to be. But the man is like 60 something years old, man. The man is in impeccable shape and he looks amazing. It's crazy. Empress, wow. She said, yeah, he fine. That's too funny. But yeah, man, once again, look, Monday was cool. Not too much going on. Money can't buy you youth, bro, in my opinion. Money can't buy you youth. Because think about how many people that got money that be passing away because they unhealthy. They having brain aneurysms and heart attacks and stuff like that because the food is killing them. Now what money can buy you It can buy you all the things that you need to be healthy, if that's what you mean, morbid drifter. If that's what you mean, then yes, it can buy you that, because we know Lenny Kravitz got a bunch of money, and you know, he pretty much got all the healthy stuff afforded to him. Actually, he has a spot in the Bahamas where he grows all of his fruits and vegetables. Does anyone like Trump change the whole market, or when someone speaks, do that change a specific side of the market, like tech, health, consumer? So this is the thing, Kiara. Okay, so it's different. It's particular things that Trump may talk about that can drive the market either way. If you go back and do the research, whenever he's talking about tariffs, the market dumps. Market don't like tariffs, and the reason why is because tariffs bring a lot of extra. It brings a lot of extra. How would I say? Dang, send your PDF of your diet plan. You know what? I got to make one up. Whenever I do, I'll share it. I have no problem with that. But yeah, businesses do not like tariffs because businesses have to spend extra money. You know what I mean? It's just not a good thing. It's just not a good thing for business with, you know, tariffs. It's just not, because it makes goods cost more, right? So if you notice, when tariffs are talked about, the market tends to tank. When there's other things that can be talked about in the market, and the market will start going bullish. So he drives the market on those kinds of things when he's talking about that. The same thing with our FOMC speaker. If he's reporting like bad numbers for the economy on different things, and, you know, inflation, job growth, all of those different things, like a lot of the news that we get, when he's talking about those things, and also when those news hits, like if those reports are bad, you notice the market will tank. You'll see some. Now, when I say tank, I'm not saying it's going down 1,000 points, but you'll see some bearish spikes, some spikes to the downside when a lot of those news reports are not positive for the economy. And when they are positive, you'll see it go bullish. So it drives the market on those kinds of things. You know what I'm saying, Kiara? Just to kind of answer your question. Is it all the time? Yeah, it's all the time that they speak, especially Trump and Powell. They're like, we call Powell, well, I got this from Juvier. Shout out to Juvier. He calls Powell Thanos. For those of you that know who Thanos is. So I think we don't need to say anymore, right? Like when he's talking and he's speaking, outside of the Harvard situation, but I'm talking about when he's speaking in his job role, be very, very careful. You do not want to be in a trade when he is speaking, period. And the same thing with Trump. Those two drive the market just based on everything that they're talking about, because they're talking about what? The American economy, the United States military, the tariffs, the this, the that, job growth, employment, all kinds of stuff that they could be, inflation. All of these things are driving the market. So when those two guys are speaking, I would always err on the side of caution and back out. Just look at them as being red folder news. Because think about it. Every time they show Powell speaking on news, they always associate what? Him with red folder. And he's speaking at Harvard today, but it's still considered red folder. I know Trump, he can be orange folder and all of that, but even with Trump, when I see here that it says Trump is speaking, that's red folder to me. I don't care if beside Trump you see the orange folder, because most of the time we do. That's red folder to me. Period. Because he could say anything and the market can go wherever. And that's not a political statement. And I'm not saying he's a bad president. I ain't saying none of that. It's just things that he talks about, it drives the market. And that's just what it is. So just always keep that in mind. And I only trade NQ. So to answer your question, Kara, I don't know if it's just tech, if it's health, if it's, it's just things that they say drive the market. You know what I mean? And like I said, I only really trade NQ. I know that it moves the market in other areas as well, but I haven't watched those tickers to know the characteristics of how much, how little, or, how much, it's affecting or not affecting that particular ticker. What you can do is you can go through these news events, right? Pull up these news events on one screen, and then you can go on another screen and pull up a particular ticker and just look at the time frame and just correspond the times, because you can go back like on this thing like a whole bunch of weeks. You can go back like a lot. So you can go back in time and you can check that out. And you can kind of get some idea, kind of doing like, you're kind of like back testing news, so to speak. So you can do that. So let me see here. What we got? Eating healthy costs more than what's out there. My grocery bill would be 3 times the cost if I bought 100% healthy. Yeah, they go to tell you how America is, right? Like you can go get McDonald's and get like a Happy Meal for, you know what I'm saying, what, less of $5, $6, $7. But when you want to eat healthy, it's definitely expensive. Thanos, absolutely. Orange Crust Thanos, for real. Orange Crust Thanos, with or without the Infinity Gauntlet. That's funny. Vegetables are almost inflation proof too. Still cost the same. Yeah. But you know what, y'all? I'm gonna keep it real. If you go, I don't know where you are, you know. Oh, of course, Kiara, anytime. You're welcome. You are most welcome. You know that. You're most welcome. Absolutely. You are most welcome. But y'all know, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but I don't know where you are, because I'm in Cali, you know, a lot of the food is grown out here. So we get a lot of better prices. But I guess depending on where you are, because I know in New York, my Cuban and Puerto Rican folks in New York, like I know food is a lot more expensive because they don't really grow nothing out that way. Everything that's going to those areas is pretty much, you know, it's not imported, but it's shipped in. You know what I mean? So I know they pay a lot more money for their fruits and vegetables. But here in Cali, the funny thing is the difference from conventional fruits and vegetables to organic. It could be the difference of like 50 cents or like $1.50. Like it's not really that much of a difference. Yeah, it's not much of a difference. So, you know, I take advantage of that, and I try to make sure I buy everything organic. If I don't get it organic, you know what I'm saying, I just leave it alone. But that's pretty much how what I do when it comes to the food. And yeah, depending on where you are in the country, the food can be very, very expensive. But yeah, other than that, man, y'all got anything for me? Oh, Thursday. Let's talk about Thursday, y'all. We're going to talk about this again probably tomorrow and Wednesday. Thursday. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for Thursday. I know that I'll be on a plane flying. I tried to get actually, this is something, a flight that I had booked way before I started the live stream. So of course, when I booked the flight, I wasn't doing a live stream, and I didn't factor in my times and all of that. So Thursday, we will not have session on Thursday, but I think I'm still going to do something, a recording for that day, so we can tap in. But on Friday, we'll tap back in on Friday, even though the bank's holidays will be closed. I mean, the banks will be closed because of because of the holiday, because of Lent, right? So we're still gonna tap in on Friday. We can just, you know what we'll do? We'll pull up our demo accounts for the ones that want to protect their, be safe. And we could just trade in our demo accounts. But we are going to have a session on Friday. Everything organic and Drewski voice. Right. What'd you say, Empress said, everything kind of costs the same. Fast food is just quick and convenient. Healthy food, you just have to cook. And many people don't want to do that. Absolutely. Because I do that every Sunday. I prep my food. If I'm doing something on Sunday, I'll prep it on Saturday. But you're exactly right. That's what everybody doesn't want to do, because I buy all my food, I prep it, and I get it ready for the week. That's pretty much how I do it. So going back to Thursday, we won't have a call on Thursday. I'll be flying, unfortunately. I'm going to miss my call, but I was like, ugh. But Friday was definitely still jumping on Friday. I will be, I got a mobile setup. I went and bought another camera. Same camera that I'm using here. I bought another one for the mobile setup. So when I'm moving around, I want to travel, we can still lock in. So I got the mobile setup ready to go. I'll be I'll be live streaming from the inside of my hotel. I actually got a nice little spot down in the ballroom area. I'll be shooting from there. So we're still gonna have a live stream on Friday, even considering that's a bank holiday. And we could just, you know what I'm saying, we could just demo trade. I mean, for the ones that want to. So we'll still have our live stream. I did not want to go 2 days without a stream. I really didn't want to go one day, but as I stated, I booked this flight before that time. But I just wanted to just put y'all on game for that. Other than that, if y'all ain't got nothing for me, we're gonna go ahead on and get up out of here and look for tomorrow, see if we can possibly get something in. Tomorrow I think we should have a pretty decent day tomorrow. Let me get back to news, because I'll be forgetting so quickly where we at. Here we go. So Oh, we got Joe's Jobs at 7, and we got, yeah, that's it. Just Joe's Jobs at 7. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see. So if whoever made money today, I'm glad you made money. If you're one and done, you logged off, amazing. Other than that, anybody new to the channel, please subscribe. If you haven't gave me them free likes and a free subscription, please go ahead and do that for me. That's all I ask. It don't cost you nothing but some clicks. Does the market change much on holidays when banks are closed? Yeah, there's just not a lot of volume. There's not a lot of volume. There's not a lot of volume. Let's on that's why I wanted to tap in. That's why I still want to have a live stream also on Friday is for that. So we can remember we're learning, right? We're understanding the characteristics of this, right? Have to add audio to video for multiple TPs on Volumetrica today. Have to add audio to video for multiple TPs. Oh. Got you. Got you. Okay. I got you without prejudice. I'm with you. I didn't understand that at first, what you were saying. I got it. But yeah, so we'll tap in on Friday and we'll just see. But usually, Kiara, when we have a bank holiday, because the banks are not in the market, right? So that means it's not going to be a lot of volume, right? Because a lot of the volume we get is from, banks, hedge funds, and all that stuff being in the market. When we have bank holidays, volume tends to be really low. So on Friday, we'll see. We'll check it out. We're going to journal it. So you'll have it for next year and for, everything to come in the future. You'll have all these bank holidays because we're still going to be tapping in on the bank holidays. I think it's good for us just to tap in and just, get the characteristics of the market. Other than that, if y'all ain't got none for me, man, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Once again, I appreciate everyone that showed up today. I always love y'all presence. I appreciate y'all. I'm assuming as much as y'all appreciate me. Let's shout out to the Edge Fund co-founders, Juvier, Scalp Guy, my brothers. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Other than that, I'm really excited for y'all that are, yeah, Sigma, I'm going to speak on this because you said it. Yeah, Sigma, I do not take any vitamins, bro. I don't take vitamins. I don't believe in that. And I'm going to tell you why. Man cannot reduplicate nature. Man cannot reduplicate nature. And I'm going to give you a tidbit, and then we're going to get out of here because you said that, but I'm going to say this and get out of here. So my primary care physician, definitely appreciate real-time help. Absolutely. My physician is an Indian lady. She's been my primary care physician for, I think maybe about 6 years now. I love her. She's great. When we first met, she used to push, you need to take a multivitamin. You need to take a vitamin. I'm like, I don't do no vitamins. Think about it. All our vitamins come from our food, right? So, I know I understand what he's speaking on it, but I'm gonna tell you my thing. And Tony Robbins got his thing, but I'm giving you like what I would say is just not my opinion. It's the facts, right? So if you think about it, all of the nutrients that we need are in our food. That's why I buy organic. So with that stated, my primary care physician used to be on me about take vitamins. When I went vegan, or when I went plant-based, when I went plant-based, I started eating plants, right? And even before that, I was eating chicken, I was eating ground turkey. I still ate a healthy diet. I don't eat fast food, I don't eat junk, I don't do soda, sugar, none of that. I've been off that. I don't do pork, I didn't do beef, it was just chicken, fish, and a little bit of turkey, ground turkey. But even when I was doing my physicals in that time, my vitamin levels were always where they need to be. When I went plant-based, she was like, oh, you're not eating meat, you're gonna be losing iron, right? So I said, okay, cool. I said, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tell you right now, Doc, I ain't taking no vitamins, but what I will do is, well, on my next physical, we're gonna see if my vitamin levels are deficient, I'll start taking some. So when I did my physical, I did my physical. The first time was 2024, first time from being plant-based. She was like, wow, everything is high. You know how they have the range from your vitamin levels? Like there's a low and they're high. I was always close to the high on all my vitamin levels, even my testosterone. And I was not even eating meat. So to me, that was even a more eye-opener for myself that what? All of my nutrients and vitamins are found in my food. And that's what I've been on. So I don't believe in vitamins because, as I stated, man cannot reduplicate nature. So that's where I am on that. That's where I am on that. And that's my solid, how I say, that's my solid indicator for my mind on how I look at it. Man can never reduplicate nature. I don't care what you're doing. You got to remember that vitamin that's being made, that's processed. It's processed. What are they doing to make those vitamins if you really think about it? And they gotta pack it all in a pill. Like I'm good on that. So I don't need no vitamins as long as I keep eating the fruits that I eat. I eat particular fruits and vegetables. My vitamin levels have been high. My testosterone's good. I'm great. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, this is a working machine right here. It's gears in here. It's all oiled up and going good. Sea moss is good. I do sea moss. Best irons come from plants. I do sea moss. Without prejudice, bro, we got to get together, bro. I follow Dr. Sebi. I follow Dr. Sebi. Bro, me and you got to get together. Ashwagandha is good. Ashwagandha is good. But the only thing outside of like, and I guess it's not even a vitamin. I do sea moss, but I make my sea moss myself. I make it myself. I buy the raw sea moss and I process it myself. And I make the gel because I like to buy everything raw and I like to do my own processing. And I do sea moss pretty much every morning. Yep. And if you know anything about sea moss, I do the 3 colors: the purple, the green, and the gold. That's over 100, and I think 6 essential vitamins when you do the tricolor. So that's the one that I do. It comes out purple. And yep. So that's what I do. But I don't take no vitamins, y'all. I don't believe in that. Man can never reduplicate nature. Vitamins are just nah. But and that's not to be argumentative with you, Sigma. We're just having like a healthy discussion. I'm just saying that I just don't do that. For anyone that feel they need to do that, some people may need to do that because they may be deficient in other areas in their diet. They're not eating a lot of plants. They're not eating a lot of vegetables. They may need to do that. But for me, because I eat strictly just vegetables and fruits, I don't even need it. You know, and it's proven in my blood work. Even last year, I was like, all right, doc, this is the 2nd year of my physical. Let's see what we got. She goes, yeah. Once again, I'm on a high level on all my vitamins. Testosterone is crazy. She goes, dang, your testosterone is like a bull. That's exactly what this lady told me. So evidently she's seeing something in my numbers that she don't necessarily see with gentlemen that's my age. You know what I mean? So there it is. You're good, brother. No, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that we're having a healthy debate. I don't want to sound like, you know, we're being argumentative because dang, we don't rock like that. You know, and I appreciate that too. Yeah. Never any hard feelings, bro. I just wanted to say that because y'all know I like to do everything from love and from graciousness. So that's just what that was. I just wanted to make sure that I did say that because I know sometimes we can say stuff and it can be taken the wrong way. And I'm not saying that you were, and I didn't want to even come across the wrong way. I just wanted to say like, nah, man, I ain't doing no vitamins, bro. That's all. But yeah, man, but hey, without P, you a nut for that one. You a nut. But I promise you, this lady said that I was in the room dying. She goes, look, because we're going down. She goes, she was reading all my, because when I do my blood work, we go down and we sit together. You know what I mean? When I go there, I go back and we sit together and we go through each one by one. That's something that I always wanted to do with her, and she's for it. So we go one by one, and she's like, vitamin level here, this is good, that's good, this is good, oh, this is good. And we get to testosterone. She goes, testosterone like a bull. And then she just kept going down. I'm dying in there. I'm cracking up. Absolutely, Sigma. All love here, bro, as always. Yeah, I don't know without prejudice, but she's cool though. She's a super cool chick. You are funny for that one though. You are funny for that one. That's funny. But that's what's up, y'all. Well, look, we got 2 more days to get those hedge funder accounts. Remember, tomorrow's the last day to get the accounts to have the no max loss and the no daily loss limit. And remember, the no daily loss limit does not kick in until you reach your profit target, which makes that basically like a fail safe. So it's a way to protect your account. It's not a bad thing. But the no max loss limit, that is, like I said, no one in the industry is doing that. Meaning no matter what, you have a 25K, 50K, 100K, 150K account, that account has to get to $0 for it to blow. So today and tomorrow are the last 2 days to get those accounts. After tomorrow, those two rules will go away forever. So they're only on accounts between today and tomorrow. These are the last 2 days that you can get it. So if you bought any accounts from March 17th until tomorrow. So that was the little window. So if you got my account down there, my code down there you can use to get your accounts. Trend TEF is case sensitive. So please make sure you're typing it in exactly the way you see it written in my scroll bar. Also, you have my my QR code right here either way. But yeah, man, but once again, great stream today. I'm glad we was able to get off a little tangent a little bit and talk about some other things, about some life things. It's really cool. I like that we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Just to engage everyone. I love those engaging conversations. It's all great. And we're talking about health, something that we're going to need, because one thing we don't want to have all this trading money and be on our deathbed because we ain't healthy and we can't even enjoy the bread. Think about that. Think about that. So I encourage everyone, if you're not getting healthy, get healthy. Yes, Badavan, it is. Yes, sir. So get healthy. If you're not, just do whatever you can to just increase your health. We want to be able to enjoy this trading money when we get to that island. You know what I'm saying? Want to be able to enjoy it. We don't want to be sick. Want to be able to enjoy this money. Wonder if after the summer we'll have any more discounts. I don't know. We got to see what the co-founders what they want to do. I'm sure they will. There's going to always be some discounts. But this what we got going on, this is something new. I don't know if I haven't heard of any talks, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They might be something, in the works. I don't know if there is, there isn't, but I would say err on the side of caution. Just grab those accounts now. Absolutely, without prejudice. That's one of my biggest fears, bro, is to get the money, get to the millions, and be sick and can't even enjoy it. Think about that. That's to me, that's always been a scary feeling, and that is one of the reasons I never said this to y'all, but that's one of the reasons why I changed my diet. Because I know I'm getting to the bread. I know I'm gonna get there. I'm getting there. I'm already on my way. But I know when I get there and I arrive, I want to make sure that I can enjoy it. Because they got people in their 70s that are, I'm talking about, they ain't skipping a beat. And 70s people be like, oh, they old. No. Go on YouTube and look up 70-year-old man that's in shape. Just put in 70-year-old man in shape. It's a brother from Antigua. Shout out to Double M who went to Antigua. But it's a brother from Antigua. Go check him out. 70-year-old man. Or you could put like in shape 70-year-old man or whatever. Go to YouTube and just put it in. That's another one of my I would say like my idol, in a sense of somebody that I'm chasing when it comes to the health. That boy in shape, man. That boy he'll put a 20-year to shame. Just go check it out. But with that said, man, we're going to get out of here. We ran a little bit over time. We're at like a little over 2 hours. Healthy debate today. I love it. I love when we can have those. Y'all have a great remainder of y'all day. And let's jump in here tomorrow and see what we can do on the market tomorrow. See if we can make some bread. Other than that, man, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Once again, I'm going to say it again because I like to end it this way. Shout out to our co-founders at Juvier. I always say at Juvier. Why do I do that? I don't know why I do that. Juvier, Scalp God, they're my brothers. Shout out to them. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. And I definitely see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same Trade Genius channel. Yee!